So let's make this beautiful pattern that you can use as a strap for a tote or a bag, or you can put a belt buckle on it, make a beautiful belt. I'm just using an acrylic yarn to show it to you today. But I would probably do it for a bag if I was doing that like with, cotton or a cording or something a little stronger. But you could, if your bag was just, knit or yarn, you could certainly, regular yarn, acrylic, you could use this as a handle or belt. So we're going to get started. It's very simple, it's beautiful, it's quick, and it's easy. So what we have is the strap, as you see. And then we'll do the side, the bottom. So first we do the middle, then we do the side. Okay? So how we're going to start this is we're going to do 5 chains. Okay? So we need to do a slip knot. Oh, I want to use this. This is a better hook. I'm just doing this with a size 9 or a I hook because this is my Susan Bates hook and I just love them. So we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over. I'm going into the second from the bottom. Pull up 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over. Close your puff by pulling it through all the loops, leaving 2 on the hook. Yarn over and pull through those 2, and we've made a puff stitch. And we have 3 chains on the side of it. Okay. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Turn your work. And now that chain 3 is exposed on that side. So what we're going to do now is yarn over and go into that chain 3 space that we made on the previous stitch row and pull up 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, pull through all the loops, leaving 2 on the hook. Yarn over and close your puffy. Okay. Chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work. And now in that chain 3 space on that side, we're going to pull up 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, close your puff stitch. Chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work so that the chain's now over there. Yarn over, pull up 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, pull through all the loops, leaving 2 on the hook. Yarn over, pull through those 2. Your puffy is closed. And this is what we're doing. It goes from one side to the other. Make it as long as you want to make it for whatever your need is. Chain 3. Turn your work. Yarn over. Go into that 3 chain space. Pull up 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over. Close your puff stitch. Chain 3. Turn your work. Go into the chain space. Pull up 5 loops. Close your stitch. There's your puff stitch. Chain 3. And this is what we're doing. And you just go as long as you want to go. It's kind of addicting. You just want to keep going. But I mean, you do have a length you'll need, I suppose, for whatever project you're working on. So I'm going to continue a little bit more so you can see how it's done. We're going to chain 3. Turn it over. Go into the chain space. Yarn over and pull through all our loops. Leave 2 on the hook. Pull through those 2 after you yarn over. Chain 3. Turn your work. Do the same thing again. Okay. And you'll do that for, your length of work. And then when you get ready to end your project, we're going to be here at this point. Right here is where I am. So I'm going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then in between those first 2 the first 2 puffs, there's that space right here. Right there. Just go right into that stitch. Pull a slip stitch through and slip stitch your chain, just like that, into that space in between these 2 puff stitches. That chain slip stitched in there. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and do the same thing in between the next puff stitches. Just slip stitch it through, and it holds that 5 chain down. Chain 5. Go in between the next 2 puff stitches and slip stitch it down. Chain 5. Go in between the next 2 puff stitches in the middle of that little stitch there. Pull up your slip stitch. And that's what we're doing. We're doing chain 5. In between the 2 puffs, there's a little stitch. You can do a slip stitch. Okay? So we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In between the 2 puff stitches, slip stitch that down, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this one, we're going to go right into the top of this puff stitch here and just slip stitch it down. Okay? And then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we just did that last chain right into the top of the loop on the end of the puff stitch. And so we got that next 5, we're going around. So in between those 2, we have that space. So let's hold that down, then chain 5. Going down this side now. In between those 2 puff stitches right there. Pull it up and slip stitch it, chain 5. In between the puff stitches, slip stitch that down, chain 5. In between the puff stitches right there, slip stitch it down, chain 5. Slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And right there's the slip stitch. And then I'm just going to cut my yarn and finish it off. I slip stitch to in between those last 2 stitches, the puff stitches, and this is what we have. Notice that little curly thing. So you can see they go down the side like that, and then at the bottom it just goes around the bottom like so. And there you have it. It makes a really great little handle. Enjoy. Thank you.